So Tyler Herro just got paid, and that means that Jordan Poole is for sure gonna want the bag. Let's talk about it, Warriors fans. Tyler Herro just got paid $120 million by the Miami Heat on a 4-year max extension. The deal is valued up to $130 million. So in total, there's $10 million of incentives on the deal as well. The reason why I'm bringing Tyler Herro up is Tyler Herro is a guard that was 6th man of the year last year, used in the microwave scorer role. He averaged, I'm pretty sure, 20 points per game for the Miami Heat, playing significant minutes, leading a bunch of second units for the majority of the season, even though his postseason run was underwhelming. He's directly being mentioned because Jordan Poole is a player of comparable ilk. Jordan Poole for the Warriors was a much improved player last year, was also in that conversation. He averaged 18 points on a blistering 59% true shooting. That's right. For the shooting nerds out there, he was very efficient. 36% on almost 8 threes per game is very impressive for a 30-year player. Now, from my perspective as a Warriors fan, this is tough. The Warriors are going to have to pay a good amount of this core if they want to keep winning championships. And ultimately, the elephant in the room for the Warriors is Draymond wants a max contract. Klay Thompson is looking for a extension pretty soon. Andrew Wiggins needs an extension as well. And then you have Jordan Poole, which again, from the stats that I've highlighted last year, Jordan Poole was very effective for the Golden State Warriors. And just speaking to the eye test, the shot creation that Jordan Poole provided was amazing. Like his ability to attack, closeouts, play make for other players, and also lead a competent offense with Steph not even on the court. It speaks volumes to the future projection of what Jordan Poole could be in this league. And if you ask me, I don't want to lose Jordan Poole for nothing. But at the same time, tough decisions have to be made. So I've said this in multiple sessions on the Locker Room, which by the way, on the channel, tap in, we do live streams on basketball. I've said that Tyler Herro would be the key figure in how much Poole would want to be paid. In the NBA, you have to look at what the market is calling for. And the fact that the Heat extended Tyler Herro to that number in Jordan Poole's negotiations after this season, that is going to be a big part of how much Jordan Poole campaigns for. Now, ultimately, the Warriors can pay a lot of their players, but they would be significantly over the cap. And the GM came out and said that he specifically does not want to go over $400 million. And the luxury tax for paying players over the limit will be very severe in that. So keep that in mind as well. Now, am I stressed out about this? A little bit. I do think that this is very important to see what's going to happen. But I thought about this last season. So like while the Warriors were coming back, trying to figure out how to play together, trying to see how Poole would fit in, I've been thinking about this stuff. So I can't really be more stressed out about it now because I was worried about that last season. So for me, I'm not going to really worry about it as much. In my opinion, the chips are going to fall where they fall. I'm more so focused on the specific impacts this will bring right now. If I'm Jordan Poole and I see that Tyler Herro just made $120 million, $10 million extra being in incentives, I would really want to ball out this season. And a big part of the Warriors team this year is, despite bringing back the same core that just won the title outside of a couple of role players, which they have also added in the offseason, this team is largely the same. And there's a bunch of players, Jordan Poole and Draymond specifically, that are looking for contract extensions immediately. The same thing can be said for Andrew Wiggins. So I think that this team has the internal motivation, not just from a we're trying to win 2 championships back-to-back perspective, but also from the I want the bag. I want to get paid a lot of money. So there's a lot of incentives for every player on this team to perform at their highest level. And after the postseason concludes, whether the Warriors win a championship or not is to be determined. I personally think we're going back-to-back. It is what it is. I said it. But obviously, big choices are going to have to be made. In my mind, though, if the Warriors win another championship this year, I think the money that they had as their limit will potentially go over, because at that point it's this team won 2 championships. We can't break this up. If we have to pay the severest luxury tax ever in NBA history, you go for it, because championships are coming with that. The NBA that we're in today is a league that is unforgiving, and ultimately, if you want to stay on top, if you want to be amongst the best in the league, you have to pay your rosters. Last year, Golden State's roster cost a lot on the salary cap. So did the Clippers. Like, there's a bunch of other teams out there that are vying to win titles, and if you're trying to do that, you got to pay for your players. It just is what it is. How I view Jordan Poole is, I view him as potentially the next guard up after Steph Curry ages. And I think what the Warriors have done well so far in the players that they've drafted is they're trying to draft a young core that can help the Warriors core age. So while they're aging, you have younger players who are talented, growing in their roles, and providing some type of similar function to what the main core is doing right now. I'm not saying Jordan Poole is Steph Curry. Let's chill out, right? But what I am saying is his playmaking, his burst to the basket, and his off-ball ability, a lot of it, he's been training hard every season, and he's been looking closely at Steph for mentorship as far as how to reach that next level. So in my opinion, he would probably be the lead initiator for Golden State once Steph Curry ages out of his prime. Hopefully he still stays on the team, obviously, but that's just the role that I view Jordan Poole in. And I think that you have to see that through. I understand that a player of Jordan Poole's caliber, like spark plus scoring, is just easier to find than a player like Draymond's role. But ultimately, Poole is the next coming. And I think that the Warriors have to flirt with trying to win titles now and trying to win titles 5 years from now. And that's a very tough position to be in for a front office. So yeah, even though I'm nervous about how things are going to transpire, I trust Golden State's front office. They've shown themselves to be a very competent front office. So whatever decision they make, ultimately, I'm going to ride with. I'm a fan of the Warriors, not just one specific player. Although, shout out to Steph Curry because he brought me to that team. We just have to see how things pan out. I would say if you are a fan, just focus on what is current right now. Focus on that. Basketball changes so quickly in a season or two, so while you're at the top, you have to appreciate that. I think the biggest example of what I'm saying literally comes from 2 years ago, where Golden State was really bad, had the worst record, Steph was hurt, and they were losing a bunch of games, right? Like, that life comes at you quickly, so just appreciate the moment that we're currently in and let the chips fall where they may in the current offseason. At least that's how I look at it. But yeah, if you're in the comments, let me know, how much do you think Jordan Poole should be paid? Should it be 4 years, 120? Is that too much? Is that too little? If you were the GM and you had to make a choice between keeping Draymond or keeping Poole, or keeping Andrew Wiggins, or like, what would you do with the cap situation for Golden State moving forward? What players would you value? What players would you let go? Again, let me know in the comments. I really appreciate all the support that we've been getting on the live streams and the videos that I've been recording. I've been working really hard to better the content. So again, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure to leave some feedback for things I could do better, because again, we growing. I got the green screen, we got the film right behind us. We be cooking, you know what I'm saying? So tap in. There's gonna be a lot more NBA content on this channel. The next video I drop should be the Nikola Jokic breakdown. We're growing at a great pace. I just have to be more consistent with uploads, edits, and shorts. Shorts are gonna come back. It just takes some time. But again, for this NBA season, we up. There's a lot of content to be made, and I have the hunger and the desire to put it out there. So again, if you're rocking with us, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch y'all in the next video, which should be, hopefully, the Nikola Jokic breakdown. Peace out, people.